Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I'm playing with May I Scraplift You? Paw your ways into our hearts with my Counterfeit Kit challenge. And this is the lift that I'm going to do from Michelle, and she is the stamp booker on Instagram and on YouTube. And I will have her linked below along with this layout. And I just showed you two pictures of my oldest laying with her dog on his bed. She loves to do this. And then I do punch this one out because I thought I would use it as one of the hexagons. And I punched it the wrong way. So I'm going to try, but I'm not going to use it as a heads up. I'm going to use the black and white one though. And so I'm going to use this pink Fresh Studio paper. I actually had it in my kit for the background piece, but I thought this would work really well for punching out those hexagon pieces with some pattern and some open space, and I thought they'd be super cute. So I'm going to punch out a bunch of them, and I do leave that in. I guess I could have taken some of that out, but some of them are halves because there are some poking out of the bottom. And yeah, and away we go, trying to make sure that I am doing them the same orientation, even though the first time I was like not, but I did try. And that pink daisy flower would have been really cute, but I don't think I do that one. And it would have been a better color for what I've got on here, but that's okay. That really bright one I don't use, so it's all good. And then out of my kit, I also have this polka dot gray piece of paper, and I did have it in for the background on this too, which is also a yellow plaid. I am going to gut this because you're only going to see the tiniest little bit around the edge, and this mimics Michelle's black and white border that she's got between her cardstock and her white. My cardstock is going to be like this light pastel-y blue, which is actually the same blue, or really close to the same blue as a couple of the hexagons I use. So that ties in really nice. I don't really have this color of blue as an ink, so I tried a couple and I'm like, no. So I do some smooshing here in a minute, and then I'm looking to see, okay, what do I got going on here? So I'm going to lay these out first time around a little bit just to see like what kind of colors do I have, what color do I want, because Michelle has a bit of one color poking out of the bottom and the side and a bit of the other color poking out the top. So I am going to try and mimic that a little bit. So just seeing what colors I want. So this is ish. And then I'm like, where did I put my photo? So I find my photo because, yeah, that happens when you put stuff to the side. I'm like, oh, I'll just put it all over here. No. So just thinking about layout a little bit more now that I have my picture there, because my picture is a little bit wider than hers, but maybe about the same width, depending. She's a little bit more of a matte than what I'll have on mine, but that's totally okay. I like the pastel-y soft look that this layout actually ends up with today, and I think it works well because it looks like they're both cuddling and sleeping, and they're not sleeping. In that smaller picture you can see like that blue glow. My other child is playing with her robot, and the dog was like, what the heck is that? And so the oldest was just making sure he felt comfortable and safe, and so that's why she's doing that, but she got some really good wookie calls. So, and just scuffing this up, so I've got that double matted now. Excuse me. It is a springtime in Alberta, and I think I have some springtime allergies because I've got quite a bit more sneezing going on. So I did pull out some inks to test and see what kind of color that I would want to play with. I am going to choose the Seedless Preserves because it's similar to that purple, and the Cracked Pistachio. And then I'm going to do a little bit of smooshing, packaging, whatever you want to call it. And I do put quite a bit of this seedless preserve on, but most of it's going to get covered up. You got a little bit peeking out of the bottom and a little bit peeking out of that top corner. And then I'm going to do the pistachio. And so I started with that, and then I think it's just a little subtle because the water with the distress oxides does like mute the color a little bit. It does definitely change the color. So we did add a little bit there. There's a lot more, it looks like, of that seedless preserve, but again, a lot of it's going to get covered up, so not a big deal. And then decide where I want my photo and get it on ish straight, but I was like, yeah, good enough. And now I'm going to start putting on my bits and pieces. So I decided to flip this minty color one to the other side so that it's not tone on tone. And I thought that was cute. And those are the two I pulled my colors from. So, and then I'm just going to line up these rest of these with a little bit here and a little bit there. And I am paying attention to where I've got like the lighter green and the darker green. And so I'm going to make some visual diagonals and trying to make some kind of triangles. Not specifically all of them, but if I have one on one side, I didn't want it to line up with that same color on the other side. For the most part, anyway. I am going to slide that one with the yellow in. It's not going to stay, but it's there for now. And then just deciding how I want these last couple to go. And then I'm going to pop ahead and get those all glued down. And then this is where I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll put this one on here. So I do run out of tape at that point, because of course. And so I'm like, yeah, maybe there. And I'm looking at this one and it's just a little too blue for the layout, but it would have been cute. But there's this Our Happy Place on this Hip Kit Club sticker sheet for, I think they were mostly titles. And that color works so well with some of the other background pieces, especially like that middle top one. And I was like, yeah. And this one I'm trying to put somewhere and I'm like, I don't know. It says Happy Day Friend. And then there's this perfect sticker on this Pink Fresh paper or stickers that says Anywhere With You Is My Happy Place. And I thought that was just perfect for the two of them. So I'm going to put it there for now. It's not going to stay there. I'm going to put this stamp under here because it's a lot of the similar colors that are in the papers that I'm actually using. I'm not sure if it's actually the same collection or not, because I don't know. I would have got in these stickers in a Hip Kit Club too, but I don't know if they were the same. And then took that one off. Now this Happy Day Friend's going to come up there, and I like that better. This hexagon picture is not going to make it on the layout. And then this one, it still has some of the yellow on it, but I thought it was really cute with this one. And I'm going to pull that hexie off and sneak it underneath. And I like that. And then I'm just looking to see what else I can do for layers. So I want a little bit more here, so that label will be good. And then I want to find some bits and pieces. So these hearts I thought about, but the pink is a little off. It's not purple enough, but it's not either of the pinks. So I'm going to use these ones instead. And I think these are they might be Studio Calico ones, but they might be Ali Edwards. I don't remember. And then these are Dollar Store. They're kind of like enamel dots, but they're like domed and shiny. And they come in one long strip. So I'm going to sprinkle those around, and I think that's super cute. Gonna one more on, I think. Two more on. When I lost one. I lost one of those already. Oh well. And then I'm going to put some sparkles on. Not sparkles, some sprinkles. And so that was the Villainous Potion and I think it's something lilac. And I mixed them together to get like just a different kind of purpley. And then this is Weathered Wood, and I thought that would look really nice. I'm just going to journal Wookie Cuddles XOXOXO, and then bring up some of that darker purple so it's not dark purple. And that is this layout completed. So it's going up a little bit later today on this Friday, but I hope you make sure you take a look at the Pause playlist and the May I Scraplift You playlist, because they'll both be linked below. I will also link my Counterfeit Kit Challenge below as well that I'm involved with, and I will definitely link Michelle, the stamp booker, below as well. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate the time you spend liking, looking, subscribing, doing all the wonderful things that everybody does. Thank you so much. Here's a couple other things you might be interested in. And if you're not subscribed here, click on my face and click subscribe. Thank you so much and have yourself a wonderful day.